is Clive Priddle with The Current, and I'm especially pleased to be joined today by Walter Mosley. Walter, welcome.
Great to be here.
We are here, of course, to celebrate your new book, Blood Grove, which is your 15th, I think, Easy Rawlins novel, one of your most popular series, and it's a treat for your readers to have a new one. I wanted to start off by talking about 1969, which is where this novel is set. And I thought that would be an interesting place to kick off a conversation with you, because your characters are very socially aware people. There's a lot of philosophy, a lot of discussion about society that's embedded in the novels. It clearly matters to you, and of course your output as a writer is very broad, in many different genres: non-fiction, fiction, science fiction. How does 1969 work to have a conversation about social issues that might resonate today? What do you find links the 1969 environment with what you experience now?
The first thing I'd say about that, considering what I'm doing, any year is amazing to talk about it when you're talking about Black people in Los Angeles, living a life that has on the whole gone undocumented. So, I mean, the first thing is just any year, 1942, 1983, 1916, any year you write about, it's like so much new information will be coming into the kind of general consciousness. 1969, is a big year, for everybody. We're in the war in Vietnam. Charles Manson is about to happen. Where it's after the Summer of Love, but it's so the hippie movement, the kind of radical left. You have the Black Panthers and the Black Muslims, and all over the place. You have things happening that really impact America. It was a big moment. If you go back to the Black Lives Matter window that happened some months ago, it's like that for years. I mean, it goes on from maybe 67 up into the middle of the 70s. And so to kind of place my Black detective in the middle of all that is a kind of a wonderful moment. And that was, so for me, it's talking about a period of time, which is pregnant with change. Sadly, I think you have to write about that, and then you have to write about 10 years later and 20 years later, and you see how the change failed. But there was a real strong push to make us into a better world.
Where was the young Walter Mosley in 1969 viewing all this?
I lived in Los Angeles. I was getting ready to graduate from high school. I would spend a good deal of time up on the Sunset Strip around all the hippies, and sometime down at the beach with the speed freaks and others. I was in the center of that world that Easy is in.
And were you optimistic in 1969? Did it feel like there was a whole great adventure about to open up for you?
Yeah, I was remembering living while we were talking. I was remembering 1969 and thinking that any thought I had was hopeful. I had a house and two parents and a bed to sleep in and food to eat. All I had was this bright future standing in front of me, and I was really excited to go live that life.
Hachette,